There we go. And I think try talking. Thank for that. Just in time. So try speaking, Stuart. Is it Stuart?
Yeah. 1-2, 1-2.
Check two, mate. We're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Oddly, brilliant. So, what do you think of the Dortmund lineup as they put out? I don't know if you've had a look at it yet. Got the two big
I was just
hitters
looking at it
starting.
now.
Silver and Haaland both starting,
Yeah.
and they're both fighting for that prestigious second spot behind Lewandowski in the top goal scorers.
I,
So Lewandowski on 35 goals, both Haaland and Silva on 21 and 4 assists. Exactly the same. They've both participated in exactly the same amount of goals. Andrew Silva's done it in less matches, and more matches, I think. But still,
yeah.
crazy the season they're both having, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Big, and it's yeah.
Because in the last game they drew 1-1, but Haaland was missing, I think.
I don't even know. That might be possible that he was missing.
Borussia Dortmund.
And then we've got our English lad Bellingham starting for Dortmund again.
Oh,
He's having a
yeah.
good season, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
So last match Dortmund drew 2-2 against Cologne, and Haaland got the 2 goals. So can't complain there. Just coming out on the pitch now. And Frankfurt are actually the one that go into this game ahead of Dortmund in the table, so they're on 47 points in 4th spot, whereas Dortmund are in 5th on 43. Do you think Frankfurt risk falling out from that spot, or do you think that Dortmund can they can hold off Dortmund for a while? Because what is it? 4 points is not a big deficit, but that means Frankfurt have to not win 2 matches, and then Dortmund still have to win those 2 matches to get back ahead of them. Do you see that being possible? Because I see Dortmund as way too inconsistent to catch up on lost ground.
Yeah, I think Dortmund have to win this if they want to get that 4th place. I mean, if they draw or lose, I can't see them catching, especially say with their inconsistencies. You never know which Dortmund's going to turn up.
That's the thing, isn't it? And it must be infuriating. And Cologne are not exactly world beaters, yet they can't beat them. Mainz aren't world beaters, yet they can't beat them. And okay, fair enough, against Bayern Munich, you can't ask for Dortmund to particularly beat Bayern Munich. They did give them a good match, 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. But apart from that, they're just matches where they drop points and it's getting frustrating. I'll give it to Terzic. He's turning it around a bit. It's starting to look a lot more positive. But at first, must have been extremely infuriating, especially, I mean, considering you follow Dortmund. Would you consider yourself one of their fans or just a supporter?
I just say I'm as a support. I like to see them do well. Like, I mainly started enjoying watching them when they had Klopp. I really like their style of football then. When they had like Lewandowski and like the Klopp, no, that's completely wrong.
The Klopp era, and now you're you're a Liverpool fan, so
yeah. So I was buzzing when he came.
How did you feel in that what was it, the 4-3 where Liverpool came back?
Oh yeah, I was at that game.
Oh, you were at it. Oh
yeah.
Oh, nice that. I remember when they were 4-1 down Liverpool. I put money on Liverpool to qualify, and it needed or was it 4-3 to Liverpool in the end, or 4-3 to Dortmund?
4-3. On the night it was 4-3.
Yeah, but to Dortmund, to Liverpool won. Okay. Yeah, I remember putting down Liverpool when it was really improbable, and I put money on them to win that to go through. And I also put money combined with Athletic Bilbao to beat Sevilla on penalties. And the match went to penalties, except that Sevilla won on penalties. So I was gutted. I mean, with £5 and it was multiplied by 123, the odds were. So
yeah,
that would have been nice to win. And the game's kicked off as we speak. So get the clock on the way.
I do like to see like Jude Bellingham started because I'd like to see more English players abroad.
And he's still only 17. It's quite mad, isn't it, that he's he's getting game time for Dortmund now. This is his 23rd game of the season for Dortmund.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought when he came from Championship Birmingham? I'm just disappointed he didn't take the 44 shirt for Dortmund.
Oh yeah.
Because you know Birmingham retired that shirt for him.
Yeah,
Which
I saw
seems
he
like-
did.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's like a Reading who've given up the 12 shirt, the number 12 shirt, in honour of their fans. Right, I think it's a bit cheesy, but you know, if a player
Yeah,
passes, then I understand a bit more. I'm a bit more sympathetic to it.
So what minute are you on? Are you?
I'm on 113, so
We're around the same.
fantastic. What's happened there? I've not even paid attention to the game, so I've just been looking at you and just asking you questions. Should be maybe watch the game a bit. So me and Jamie actually watched the game where Frankfurt played against Bayern Munich not too long ago, where they won 2-1. It's really good games to watch. Kamada and Younes getting the goals in that match. And it just seemed like they saw Bayern's weaknesses and just exploited them, not spreading out too wide, but having these attacking players like, well, Kamada and Younes, as they both are, in support of Andre Silva usually. And it's quite fun. It's like what Thomas Tuchel is kind of trying to do at Chelsea, the way they attack with maybe two number 10s behind the striker. So I like to see how Kanji and Hummels can deal with that, because they're not, in my opinion, very good defenders.
No. How old is Hummels now?
Hummels is not as old as I actually thought, because he was what? I think he's like 32. Ooh, and Haaland nearly gets a shot away there, but the Frankfurt defender just intercepts there. No, Hummels is not actually that old. I think he's 32, and he's only just turned 32. So
Yeah.
he seems like one of those players who's been around for ages. But
Yeah,
he's
he
still
does.
quite young. Well, young-ish. And I guess we've got to give some sort of prediction, right? Who do you think is going to win this?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Dortmund.
I'm going to be a bit more cautious, and I'm going to say that it's going to be 2-2. Well, it's not a very cautious prediction, but 3 of the last 4 matches between these teams have ended in a draw, and considering their positions in the table, their respective positions, that it seems like a draw might be possible. Just Haaland and Silva to both get 2 goals. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jovic is playing as well. I didn't even notice too much. I put the teams up, but I didn't even notice Jovic was playing. So it looks like they're going for a 3-4-1-2 today. Frankfurt, Jovic and Silva. And that should cause Dortmund problems. Now it's Hazard looking to get the cross in. It was not dealt with very well by Trapp there. I always forget where Trapp plays, and then suddenly just at Frankfurt again. I always remember his days at PSG. Playing with fire early on, Frankfurt trying to play out from the back there quite dangerously. It was like when I was watching Chelsea before against West Brom. I don't know if you watched the game or if you watched snippets or the whole game, but there was, what was it, West Brom's second goal where Reece James back passes it to Jorginho, but with a lobbed pass, and then that's where Chelsea lose it and then concede the goal. Now, I'm all for playing out from the back, but you can't be taking those sorts of risks like Reece James did before, or Jorginho, who kept losing the ball and it, weirdly enough, created a West Brom chance. I'm all for playing out from the back if you can play out from the back. If you can't, then just boot it long. I don't like danger.
Definitely.
Don't like danger. No.
No. Yeah, so I don't like with Liverpool because I like Van Dijk and Gomez doing it, but then you don't want like Phillips or like Matip doing it.
You don't really want Matip to be playing out from the back. Phillips, neither. I think Williams is a bit better, but he's very slow, so if he gets caught out, he gets embarrassed quite a few times. I don't know, what do you think of Kabak since he's coming out? I think said because he comes from Schalke, and Schalke have been terrible this season, if it's fair to say.
I think he's been all right. I think his main issues like their communication. Like he doesn't seem to know how to like push forward or drop back. But then he hasn't really played much the Liverpool line, so it's going to take a bit of time.
But do Liverpool have time, considering that he almost has to play well for them to want to activate the clause in the contract to buy him? So it's great to say he's got time on his side, being 20, but do Liverpool wait because it's a loan deal with an option to buy, and if they don't want him, then back could very well be in the Bundesliga too.
Yeah.
It's Chan on the ball, looking to get a cross in, and that was a terrible cross. Terrible shot, half cross. I think Chris Chan is playing right back today. It looks like that from the team sheet. So they've got a left back in Guerrero. Well, okay, I say left back in Guerrero. Guerrero is a bit of a polyvalent player who does play midfield and almost everywhere, but I still refer to him as a left back, playing left wing, and then you've got a centre midfielder playing right back in Chan. It should be fun.
Yeah, it should be.
And Bellingham just losing it there, not getting the pass forward. He does well to get the throw in there. Does well. And do you think? Who do you think the top 4 in Germany will be then at the end of the season?
So can't see. I think it'll definitely be the top 3. Like Munich, Leipzig, and Wolfsburg. And then the 4th one's a really tough one to say.
I think so as well. I think the margin. I mean, they've got Wolfsburg are 8 points ahead of Dortmund ahead of this match today, so it's unlikely that they'll fall so drastically out of the top 4 spots. It's not impossible, but I doubt it. And it's just that 4th spot. Frankfurt have a decent cushion, but it might not be enough.
Yeah.
I don't see Leverkusen getting back in there. Mönchengladbach, Stuttgart, Freiburg, Berlin, all underneath them, just probably not good enough. So I think it's either Dortmund or Frankfurt in that last spot.
Yeah, definitely.
And Augsburg have taken the lead 1-0 already against Hoffenheim. Okay. Vargas getting the goal.
It'll be interesting what Dortmund do this season with the Champions League, whether.
Yeah, and do they put all their eggs in that basket, or? If they beat City, which I think is unlikely, do they believe they can actually win it? Because if you can beat City, I don't see why you wouldn't fancy your chances. And yeah, maybe a semi-final against Bayern Munich would be. They're in the right. Yeah, they're on that side with Bayern Munich. Would we Bayern Munich or PSG?
Yeah.
Either playing against the same team in Germany, or that same rivalry again, or playing against the team that knocked them out last season, PSG.
Yeah.
Haaland up against Neymar again. Let's see if they do the celebration. So it's Silva on the ball, and the shot is just deflected. Oh, sorry, it's Younes. Just got a shot block there from Younes. Now Frank Pava thrown deep into, well, not deep into, in Dortmund's half, and he's actually claiming a handball here from Delaney. Oh, it looks like it comes off his body, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was Hummels, not Delaney. It's hard to say if it comes off his arm. He squints his face as if it's hit his face, but it's hard to see at all angles.
Do you know when Sancho's meant to be coming back?
When the what's supposed to be coming back?
Jadon Sancho.
I don't. I don't even know what injury he's got, but he's been out for a few weeks now, or a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's worrying. Oh, and Dortmund look to break. Trapp gets the header. Looked like Guerrero was in on goal there. I don't know when Sancho's back. No, unfortunately not. It's a hip injury, but I don't know what the extent is to it.
on commentary, it always makes it sound like he's coming back in like a couple of weeks, and you just don't see him again.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. I really am baffled. But does he go to United this summer?
Hopefully not. Ooh.
And they look like they want to get crossed now for. I'm mixing up my words completely. And Silva's got a goal. It's Silva with the goal. Brilliant. Silva with the goal. The battle for that top scorer spot is well and truly on. So Frankfurt get it out wide. It looks like there's no real danger from Kostic with the cross, but then he manages to get past Chan way too easily. The floated cross comes in, and Silva gets a weirdly floated header onto it, and it floats way over, hits at the far post. That's a pretty bad goal to concede, but Frankfurt will take it.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Awful defender now.
yeah, as Dortmund are accustomed to doing, right? So
Yeah.
1-0 to Frankfurt, 11 minutes in. It looks like we might have a fun game on our hands. And Hazard tries chesting it down, loses it. Bellingham does that well. Delaney spreads the ball across to Royce, actually. Can he get there? He does. Now he just has to get past Tuta. It's back to Delaney. And he decides to go back to Hummels. Just keeping it in Frankfurt's half. No real pressure. Well, now Royce got space. Bellingham on the ball outside the box. To Chan. Can he make this cross better this time? It is, but intercepted. Yeah. Now Dortmund have to kind of wake up, considering that this is their top 4 hopes going down the drain if they lose this.
Yeah.
The goal actually hasn't been given to Silva. It's been given to Schultz. That's a shame. Andre Silva would have loved to have that goal just to take over Haaland, especially in the match against Haaland.
Yeah.
It's a foul to Frankfurt. Schultz, the culprit. I'm not sure what I think of Schultz. He's been at our team for how long now, Schultz? Oh, only 2 years. Oh, well, I'm completely wrong there. I thought he'd been there for ages, but he'd been at Hertha Berlin, Mönchengladbach, and Hoffenheim. I decided not to bet on this match because I thought it's very unpredictable, Dortmund or Frankfurt winning. I can't tell.
Yeah. I just had the bet on Haaland and Silva both to score, so it's a bit annoying.
Bit annoying it wasn't given to Silva.
Yeah.
And Trapp just boots it long, out of danger. And it looks like Silva and Jovic are going to be the ones just on the last 2 defenders there. You'd hope that Terzic would adapt that because I can't see Hummels and Akanji managing to keep both of them quiet at the same time.
You can.
Jovic hasn't exactly got the goals since coming back. He's only got the 3 goals in 11 matches. So it looked like it would start off brilliantly when on his debut, or his second debut, where he got 2 goals, and the goals haven't exactly gone flying in since his return. It's still Andre Silva getting those goals. It's Kostic out wide, getting the cross in. Silva gets on the ball and saves it. It's a good header from Silva. But Chan yet again just letting Kostic cross the ball in.
He's like one of the most frustrating players to see, Chan is.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. Why did they think that Chan up against Kostic would work? It seems like Chan doesn't have enough discipline to keep someone like Kostic calm during the whole match, and we've seen already about 2 or 3 crosses that just keep coming in from Kostic. That's Hazard on the ball, looking to get the cross in, but he puts it out wide to Bellingham. And Frankfurt are keeping their shape well. It's a decent cross from Bellingham on the deck, but it goes to no one. Oh, and Bellingham puts it out cheaply. Silva does well. They're just showing a replay of that cross, Silva header. He does well to get anything on it. Silva's doing well since he's back from Milan. Sorry, because he seemed like a big failure at Milan, and he could be playing Champions League football now with Frankfurt, which is I think nice. I think it's really nice. I'd love to see him play next to Ronaldo and Jota this summer and Neto.
Oh yeah, it would be.
Because he got game time against Azerbaijan, but didn't get any other game time for Portugal during these qualifiers, which is a shame. Because if it were anyone else, if Lewandowski wasn't there, when a shot just wide there, pretty poor. I can't say his name from Durham. But Silva, if Lewandowski hadn't scored 35 goals this season, we'd be talking about Silva in much higher terms. 21 goals is still quite high.
Yes.
If you think about Werner with 24 last season, he can surpass that.
Yeah. He's one of those which goes under the radar.
Unfortunately, and then you think about it, Lewandowski's got 35, so nearly double the amount of Haaland and Silva. Because if he gets to 40, well, that's just mad. It's just mad. But at this rate, he will. I think I calculated it. It's something like he's projected to get 46 goals this season, Lewandowski.
Yeah.
That's just insane.
See if he can actually get that World Player of the Year.
Love to see it. Now Jovic on the ball. Passes it back to Sau. And Dortmund cleared danger. I've not seen Haaland much in this match. Nothing so far. Don't think Dortmund have really brought any sort of danger. Maybe Chan getting a cross in, but a pretty bad one at that. Bellingham. Not that they might have the ball sometimes, but not really doing much with it.
No, they're not.
Yeah, and Sau just committing the foul on Bellingham there. So Sau is a Swiss international, and I always have to mention the Swiss players, previously of Young Boys.
Yeah, I do quite like Sal.
He's a decent player. He's just, again, one of those that's under the radar quite a lot. And Royce looks to get the cross in. It goes to no one in the end. Yeah, what do Dortmund need to do to start challenging for the Bundesliga again? Ooh, and a cross goes in and no one can get on the end of it. What do Dortmund need to do to challenge now? Well, because 5th place isn't good enough for a team like Dortmund when you consider that they constantly challenge for the Bundesliga.
I think they definitely have to do something like defensive-wise and get a new centre-back in. Because they're conceding far too many goals. And they don't seem to have like a proper organiser in there.
So if you look at Leipzig, who are second, Leipzig has scored less than Dortmund this season. They've scored 48 goals and Dortmund have scored 54. But Leipzig have conceded 21, whereas Dortmund have conceded 38 goals. So there's a big discrepancy there, and it might just be the difference for a fair amount of points, just knowing how to defend. For instance, the last match where they drew 2-2 against Cologne, I didn't see the match, so I can't judge myself. But if they don't concede 2 goals, then it's a victory. It seems too cliche to say, but it can be that obvious sometimes. Because obviously with Haaland, they don't need another striker.
No.
He will get you those goals. Yeah, and do you think the likes of Hummels and Royce, the old guard, are coming to an end?
I think Hummels is definitely it. I think Royce probably do like more rotation, but he's a useful player to have anyway.
It's not the same Royce though anymore, which is a bit sad sometimes. And we watched the other week against Mainz where they drew 1-1 and he misses the penalty. It's almost very frustrating, and sometimes he is absent in matches, but he's still a quality player in some senses. Yeah, I don't know. Hummels, I think, definitely has to move on. And I think they need a leader, but Royce maybe another year. Now Delaney gets it to Haaland. Haaland gets to... Ooh, he just goes wide. Oh, that was a good chance. And if you wanted anyone on the end of that, you'd want Haaland.
Yeah.
Bellingham does well to get the ball forward for... Is it Delaney? And then Haaland... He scuffs it with his right foot.
Quite a nice pass, hit him in as well.
Who was the one who put the pass in? Was it Delaney, was it? I can't see properly.
I think it looked like Delaney.
But Bellingham is typically a very forward-minded thinking player. He just looks to get the ball near. He just thinks about getting the ball forward, which can play against him sometimes, but it's brilliant to see. I like watching Bellingham play, and I'm disappointed he didn't get a chance for England during during the break.
Yeah, definitely deserves an opportunity with like some of the players are getting hit.
Well, I was disappointed that he didn't really rotate much Southgate, considering that it's a very congested season. It didn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. And even in that second game against Poland, or third game against Poland, he waited till the 82nd minute to make a change, which I was also very annoyed about. I think clubs like West Ham or Leeds, who have Calvin Phillips, Rice and all those, would have been very disappointed as well that he waited so long. Ooh, and Bellingham's in the box. Comes back to Schultz and cross is blocked. Oh no, he's offside. See Bellingham there again, connecting the player deep into Frankfurt's half. But oh, it was Chan. Did I just say Can? I think I might call him that, Can. It's forward from Frankfurt, and Jovic keeps the ball, and Kostic is away. He's got space on that left flank again. Can he find the right cross? Oh, and Chan makes a great recovery there. Oh no, it's Akanji. Yeah, Chan again, just giving him the space on the left for Kostic to roam as he wishes. Maybe Kostic should have been a bit more... Maybe should have had a bit more of a killer instinct and either gone for goal when he had the space or crossed it quicker. Corner for Frankfurt.
He'll definitely be fancying himself up against Shan.
Yeah, it seems like it's got off to a good start for Kostic.
Yeah.
Corner coming in. Oh, that's a terrible corner. Oh, that was really bad. Doesn't even get to the near post. Low on the ground from Younes.
Yeah, bad corner, but one of my biggest pet hates.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a corner. It looked like it came off Kostic in the end. Yeah. And Roders shoots it right into the arms of Hitz. Though Hitz is still getting a run of games for Dortmund, despite the multiple levels of criticism everyone gives him. He's not been terrific in Berkey's absence. I question Berkey, even just generally. So to have Hitz in, another Swiss goalkeeper who I think is not up to it, not great. Hazard's got space to run into there. He's going to take a shot with his left foot. Oh, and it's a great pass to Haaland. Trapp does well. Trapp does really well there. And Guerrero's shot afterwards is blocked. Well, that was a nice pass from Hazard. And Haaland's perfectly onside. Just tries to stab his toe onto it and traps out really quickly.
Keep it as well.
I love that pass.
Yeah,
I certainly was going to shoot. And Guerrero's shot afterwards. Guerrero getting into Haaland. Haaland holding up. Now Bellingham's on the ball and dangers avoided from Frankfurt's point of view. And Costa's just got a yellow card. I'm not sure what that was for. Might have missed something. See, it's just stale possession now, and Dortmund are very transitional. And don't seem to have any ideas when teams give them the time on the ball in their own half. Now it's Guerrero, gives the ball away outside the box. And Frankfurt have a foul. Disappointing. Kostic got a yellow card for treading on Bellingham's foot. I thought that was a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Okay, so... we got another sub, so thank you to whomever that is. I can't see, unfortunately. They don't always give the right notifications. Oh, no, I can. Sinjario Precoso. Well, thank you, dude. And now Bellingham's on the ball. Into some nice spaces, Bellingham. He's getting in behind that number 10, Eunice, and getting just ahead of Frankfurt's midfield. Probably has to be a bit more effective on the ball, but let's see. Akanji does well to recover there. And not really too many clear-cut chances in this game. I think only Haaland's one that Trapp does well to save. Actually, no, Haaland had one that we put wide before, so there are clear-cut chances. What am I saying?
Yeah, it's just been really those two chances.
Yeah, and Haaland, who was on international duty, didn't get a single goal for Norway.
Oh, wow.
Didn't get a single goal, no. Not against Montenegro, Turkey, or Gibraltar. And I think they'd have been fearing, Gibraltar would have been fearing Haaland, but no.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Haaland who got the goals in the end. There's Soloff and Svensson and Torstedt. I can't pronounce Norwegian.
Yeah. You'd
I
have
think we can
fancied to
forgive
get
him.
a few goals.
You'd have hoped he would. And this Norway side looked quite intriguing. And you've got the likes of, well, you could say Soloff, but he's 25. You've got Odegaard as well. You've got, who else have you got in that team? Howe from AC Milan. There's some exciting players in there. Ooh. And Silva takes a really bad touch in the box and it's out for a goal kick. Not like him, that. Norwich is getting involved in the game. He's not acting as that striker. He's acting just a bit in front of the defence and really making Akanji and Hummels wonder whether they should come forward or sit back.
Yeah.
And then you've got Kostic out wide who's causing Chan too many problems, and I think Chan's bringing a lot of them onto himself. And Silva just puts it out of play for a throw in there. Been quiet so far. He was involved in the first goal and then had a header afterwards, but apart from that, not done too much in this match. And Haaland's on the ball out wide. And Roda just gets it in front of him. Oh, and it's back with Haaland. What a scruffy
I
tackle
do like
there.
how strong Haaland is.
He's amazing, isn't he? He can do everything. Yeah. He's got muscle, he's got agility, he's got speed, he's got technique. I think he's one of the most complete players there is around right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think people who don't watch him enough probably criticise him, saying he's too tall, he's not mobile enough, when he, as a matter of fact, he really is quick and agile. He's often in these matches one of the fastest runners, if you look at the stats at the end of the match. I think it was against Bayern Munich where he had the quickest speed recorded.
Oh, yeah, that was...
And you've got
crazy,
Alphonso
yeah.
Davies on that pitch as well, so Haaland did well there. I think Alphonso Davies played against Dortmund. I'm not even too sure now. Maybe I should get my facts right first. Sal on the ball. Back to Ilsanker. I think. It's Trapp on the ball. Playing out to Tuta. And now Dortmund are applying pressure high up. There we go. Trapp gets it long. Back with Hazard. Guerrero. To Chan, to Hazard. And back to Chan. Back to Akanji. Yeah, don't seem to be too threatening Dortmund with the ball.
I don't seem to have much idea when they're at that other end.
Yeah, it almost seems like they need the chance to be very, as I mentioned before, they're a transitional team. It seems like someone has to offer the space in behind for them to really get a chance on goal. If you ask them to build up play and play out in front of a very low defence, then they're going to struggle. Then again, you got Haaland, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
You can get a goal out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Hits on the ball. And I think, actually, Guerrero is playing a bit more centrally, and it's Delaney who's pushing upfield a bit. I'm not too sure. I'm struggling to see the players. I think it's just me who struggles to see the yellow. Which player is which with Dortmund. And that's when I remember to myself, maybe if I put glasses on I might be able to see better. Hazard on the ball. Shrugs off Sal easily there. He's got space to run into. Oh my god, that was a terrible pass. Oh, that was awful. It was a good chance for Dortmund there, and he wastes it. He wastes possession. Dikia playing with Kostic. Throwing to Frankfurt. I just showed a little clip of Younes dribbling past all the Dortmund players. He's probably very underrated as well, Younes. I don't think he's got a... Is he called up to the national team, the German national team, Younes? I'm not sure he is.
I don't think so, yeah.
Oh no, he has been. He played 3 matches in the qualifications. Okay, I was wrong. That's a red card for Kostic, is it? Oh, like Kostic, but he's already got a yellow card. Oh no, it's Sao. Yeah, he puts his arm into... He puts his arm into Guerrero's face. Unintentional. But quite violent. Now stoppage in play for Guerrero. Yeah, 33 minutes gone, 1-0 to Frankfurt. This means if they win this match, 7 points clear of Dortmund. So that's a fair cushion to have, isn't it, when you're going for Champions League. Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen are currently winning in their match. Who are they playing against? They're playing against Schalke. And if they win their match, then they're level on points with Dortmund, but behind on goal difference. And Augsburg are 2-0 up against Hoffenheim currently. So a friend of mine was saying Augsburg will beat Hoffenheim, and I thought I wouldn't count too much on it, but the bet is paid out now, 2 goals ahead.
Yeah.
And Hoffenheim they worry me sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised if next year they were really in a terrible relegation fight. I can see them possibly going down if it continues like this, because I'm never too reassured, and I think a lot of their wins are quite lucky. Yeah. Now hits on the ball. Tries getting to Bellingham. Bellingham does well to get it down.
So strange, I think, and they're in the Champions League, was it 2 or 3 years ago, Hoffenheim?
Well, who was their manager? Who was their manager at that time? It was good old Nagelsmann.
Yeah.
He brought them up to a different level.
Yeah. Now it's starting to go back down again.
They've not got the greatest of squads, but they shouldn't, I think they should be still a bit higher. They've got Ryan Sessegnon on loan, actually. Thinking about it now. Oh, Schultz loses it really badly there, and Younes looks to break with either Jovic or Silva. Oh, well defended from Hummels. Gets the tackle in perfectly there. But Yunus has got a chance outside the box. Gives it to Kostic and he puts it over. Just the way the referee pats Kostic on the back when he's calling for a corner. Very amicable. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, of course it's a corner. It's Schultz who blocks it. Kostic to take it, considering that Yunus's crosses have been, or his corners have been really bad. Gonna come in now. And that was really bad, and I think it's Haaland who's intercepted three corners now. Yunus on the ball, looks to get a shot away. No, tries getting Andre Silva through in there, but terrible pass in the end. Guerrero on the ball in Frankfurt's half. Now Bellingham's got space. Gets it across to Schultz. Now it's Delaney on the ball again. Spreads it across to Guerrero. Can he get the cross in? Well, he gets it to Hazard. And Hazard looks to get the cross in now. And it's blocked by Ndikia. Corner to Dortmund. And then Dortmund have calmed down a bit in the past 10 minutes or so. So it looks like, to me, it looks like Frankfurt are the better team in this match. Just about. Haaland looks like he's getting a bit more into the game, but still looks a bit tired for his standards. And a header from Hummels, right at trap. And let's slow the game down, Frankfurt. I think 1-0 for them, half time. Well deserved. Don't think they've had I think Dortmund have had the better chances, but Frankfurt are finding a way of carving out some sort of half chances, particularly from Kostic's position. Oh, and it looks like that looks like it touches Delaney's hand there. Nunes outside the box. Well, that looks like a foul from Hummels.
I thought that.
Yeah, it touches Delaney's arm. It touches his arm, doesn't it, in that one?
Yeah.
It should be a penalty. And now Yunus is down. An injury, apparently. Yeah, I think that should be a penalty. That, in my opinion, should be a penalty. And then Hummels, I think, fouls Yunus outside the box. So, got away with one there, Dortmund. Yeah, and Yunus looks like he needs treatment. Yeah, it's a clear foul from Hummels in my opinion, but the referee doesn't seem to have given it. They surely could have VAR saying that they need to intervene on this one.
Yeah, definitely. Can't work out there looking at it.
Then if they're looking at it, then I think it'll be given. But depends. It does come off which Frankfurt player does it come off first? Because it comes off Jovic just before it hits Delaney's arm, so it could be deemed at close proximity.
Oh, he's going to the monitor.
He's going to the monitor, and I think he might give this. Do you find it weird that the ref doesn't have studs on? I'm a bit weirded out by that.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. You might slip all over the pitch. Yeah, he's got to give that, hasn't he? I love he's got over to the VAR at the video, and he's just leaning on the advertisement panel. It's his little break.
Has he not given it?
I don't think he's given it. I'm baffled by that, to be fair. I mean, I'm really baffled by that. You know, that's a strange one.
But when he was going to look at it, well, he's going to give it.
Yeah, and it touches his hand, doesn't it? But then if it comes off Jovic and Jovic's leg is deemed very close to Delaney's hand, then
Yeah.
I guess that's part of the rule as well. And Chan getting it forward to Haaland. Haaland got 2 players around him. Released Schultz. Now it's Royce. Bellingham into the box. Nah, Trap deals with the cross. Yeah, they're struggling, Dortmund. They're really struggling. In 41 minutes. In. It's 1-0 to Frankfurt. I've just got an eye on Leeds, Sheffield United as well. Ooh, Silva. No, the danger's dealt with by Dortmund. Silva near the corner flag. Gets it back to Kostic. Can Kostic get another cross in? No, it's dealt with by Guerrero. But he gives it back to Frankfurt straight away. Back with Kostic. Going to cause more problems for Chan. Looks like it. No, Chan deals with it. A little bit of help though. Haaland on the ball again. Oh, now like a bit of a nasty foul on Haaland. From a little Sanka. And Schultz ball in goes to no one. That was underwhelming. Underwhelming to say the least.
I just got a Rafinha assist.
Rafinha The Leeds go up. Yeah, I've got the game on right next to it, but I haven't been watching it whatsoever. Who's got the goal? Harrison. I was contemplating Rafinha in fantasy football, but didn't go for it. Sheffield United just bad. Giving the ball away cheaply, and then Rafinha does really well, but Sheffield just don't defend. They're just not there.
I think they're going to struggle next season as well.
Oh yeah, I think they'll struggle in the Championship as well.
Yeah.
So corner to Dortmund. Can he make the most of it?
Delivery's been quite badly.
Ooh, that looks a good chance, and it's Hummels with a goal.
Okay.
Hummels with the goal. Makes it 1-1 to... Oh, 1-1, I don't know why I said 2. Matt Hummels, who we actually criticised quite heavily, and it's poorly defended. He's got time to chest it, so it's Delaney who chests it down, and then, or is it Delaney or is it Chan? It's Chan who chests it down, who's not marked, and then Hummels gets on the end of a loose ball in the box. I'm not really sure how the marking was done there, but far from good enough from Frankfurt.
So he's all could tell the difference between Delaney and Shan.
It's a difference between them.
Bellingham's like saying good on the ball.
Yeah, so badly needed goal from Borussia Dortmund. Better to get it before half time, I guess.
Yeah.
Haaland just getting in Guerrero, and Guerrero puts it out. Yeah, it seems like there's someone like Sancho missing in this match. I don't think Royce is as good as Sancho in getting balls into the box, or he's not as good anymore.
No.
So, always a big miss with a player like Sancho out.
I think with like Sancho, because then that other player can just run out players as well, rather than just having Haaland.
So now it's a 1-1 and just before half time. Murders on the ball. Just too far for Durham. So Durham, who is a former Dortmund player.
I quite liked them. Like,
I don't see enough of him play, so I can't. It's hard for me to say. He played at Huddersfield actually. He's played at Mainz, Dortmund, Huddersfield, and Frankfurt. Yeah, I think Trapp would be disappointed. It goes right for his legs, doesn't he? That shot.
yeah.
And Haaland on the ball. Seems like Dortmund only know how to get forward when Haaland drops deeper, and then he's not up top to be able to receive the balls that he's providing. It's the Kane problem. And gives it away cheaply there. Is the pitch really bad here today? I can't see it very well, but players are falling over and passes are going a bit astray. I'm guessing it isn't in the greatest of conditions.
No, it's not.
But I'm putting that right now next to the Leeds United pitch, and we all know how Leeds' pitch is. It's far from admirable. As it's half time, and 0.9 expected goals for Dortmund, 0.3 for Frankfurt. And I was saying that they haven't created clear-cut chances, but they did have 2 Haaland chances that they could have put away Dortmund if not. Not sure Frankfurt would be that disappointed that they only got 1.
Yeah.
So just to go over a few of the stats at half time. It's possession, it's 58% to Dortmund. And 43 to Frankfurt. Attempts 6 for Dortmund, 3 for Frankfurt. On target, 3 for Dortmund, 2 for Frankfurt. And not much in it actually. I just thought there weren't actually that many clear-cut chances except for the 2 Haaland ones, and usually you'd put good money on Haaland to put them away, right? So,
yeah, you would.
Any thoughts on the first half? What did Dortmund have to do to get the win? What did Frankfurt have to do to get the win?
I think like Frankfurt have done it. Their strategy's gone perfectly so far. Just then they're a bit unlucky with that goal. They haven't really conceded that many chances. But Dortmund need to do a lot more going forward. Just show a bit more creativity. But you'll see some Bellingham's been showing like some attacking intent, but some of the other players are just like keep going sideways. And with
it seems
Haaland,
odd, doesn't
you
it?
always want to get behind.
Oh, I'm just a bit. It seems like, to me, it looks like Dortmund are actually playing with 10 men. I think that they're playing with 10 men right now, and yet they're not. And moving forward, Bellingham is a good option. Delaney, I'm not too sure what he's doing in this match, except distributing the ball out wide every now and then with a few long balls. But if not, it seems like there's just are injuries hitting them that hard that they have lost so much creativity.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Reina in the game to get Haaland a bit higher up the pitch. Take either Guerrero or even Schultz off and put Guerrero back at left back. I Hazard's had his spurts in the game, and I've not really seen Royce. I think Royce is too ill-disciplined. Where's he supposed to be playing? Is he playing out on the left? Is he playing in the middle? Because when Dortmund are trying to bring it forward, they've got no one there, and Haaland has to drop back to do it.
Yeah.
So I think one of those three, Guerrero, Royce, or Hazard, has to come off, and someone like Reina, who will get in those pockets in front of the defence to release Haaland, would be an option. If not, just lack too much going forward. They look tired. They look like they've got no real options. Frankfurt seem to have a very well determined game plan where they'll play three at the back. That's not different to as they usually play. And then they'll just get the ball out wide and hope that Silva and Jovic can get on the end of them. And Jovic's quite nice movement will cause Hummels and Akanji some problems, which it has done, but they haven't created clear-cut chances. Their final ball has always been a bit off if they haven't gone out wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my prediction was a draw. It was 2-2, so I'm liking my chances.
Yeah.
And I think you, like me, have got Leeds versus Sheffield United on in the background. Have you by any chance?
Yeah, but it'd be like me.
Yeah, that pitch looks awful. It looks absolutely atrocious. Yeah, so
I'm wondering what it's going to be like at the Euros with all these pitches. Like,
do
they don't have much of a break to like.
Do you mean generally the pitches, or do you mean Leeds' pitch?
I mean, like generally, like the pitches, because like.
Well, who knows? Who knows how it's going to go down, because we don't even know if the Euros is going to take place, do we?
Oh no.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is held off for a while.
Yeah.
So other results in the Bundesliga today, you got Augsburg beating Hoffenheim 2-0. Augsburg, who were near the lower ends of the table, but this one really gives them some breathing space ahead of Berlin, who are 14th. So decent win if they can get over the line in that one. And Wolfsburg, who are currently third, drawing 0-0 with Cologne, and that means they're still third quite comfortably. They're too far behind Leipzig. They're quite a way ahead of Frankfurt. It looks like third spot is theirs to lose now. And then you've got also today Bayer Leverkusen just beating Schalke by the 1 goal so far. Yeah, it's quite shocking because Schalke like to concede a few goals. And Mainz against Arminia Bielefeld 0-0 in the relegation scrap there. So, from seeing a few bit of Bundesliga games, who do you think is going down in the Bundesliga this season? If we're excluding Schalke, because for me Schalke are beyond savior. They're way too far gone. They're on 10 points. To get into the relegation playoff spot, they'd need another 14 points. So it's a bit. It's a stretch for them. But who else do you think is going down? Who do you think is going down with them?
It's quite close down at the moment. And I think Mainz will they'll stay at.
Yeah, Mainz have got themselves out of it currently. They're not even in the relegation playoff spot anymore. They're currently 14th if they to maintain the draw currently against Arminia Bielefeld. Hertha Berlin are even lower than them, but Hertha Berlin actually have a reasonable amount of winnable fixtures. They play Cologne still. They play Arminia Bielefeld. Arminia Bielefeld. They play Hoffenheim. They play Mainz. They play Mönchengladbach. I think Hertha Berlin should have enough of those easier games to be able to get themselves out of it. And that just leaves them with Cologne, Cologne still have to play Leverkusen. They still have to play Leipzig. Do they still have to play Bayern Munich? I don't know. Cologne on the last day have got Schalke, so they'll want to get 3 points there. I think currently the two bottom ones, Arminia Bielefeld, might be the one to go down, and it was a tall order anyway, given the team that they had at the beginning of the season, and Schalke obviously. Then maybe Cologne get in the playoff spot and hope for the best in that match. But it's a shame to see Schalke fall from grace so drastically. 10 points in 27 games. That's currently really, really bad. I wonder what the record is. If anyone has an idea what the record is for the least amount of points in a season, then feel free to say. But I think 10 must be up there with some of the records.
Can't see many being worse than that.
Not many, no. And What do you think of Terzic then? He kind of turned it around recently. Is Rosa the right man for the job at Dortmund? Who will be taking over at the end of the season? What are your thoughts on the whole managerial situation going on at Dortmund?
I was like, with Rose, I was surprised he took it on this early. Like, I would have preferred if it was like next season.
So you thought he'd stay another season at Mönchengladbach before jumping
Yeah,
ships? Okay,
yeah, quite
but then when the chance
surprised.
comes up, you take it, don't you? Surely, because
Yeah, I do blame him for taking it. I was surprised Dortmund went in for him.
yeah, but then who else were they going to go for realistically in that
Yes,
position? Because
yeah,
who is an available manager that? I mean, I actually thought when they sacked Favre initially that they might
yeah.
ask Tuchel to come back on for 6 months.
Hey,
Highly improbable because it's such a toxic relationship. But it seems like, when get back together with your ex for a short period of time just to patch things over, and
yeah,
then it just ends worse in the end. So, not wise if Tuchel were to go back there, but it would have been fun. So I'm a bit disappointed that he didn't. Yeah, I don't think there were that many available managers for Dortmund. Who can
yeah,
they realistically get in? They could get young boys manager Siona in, who's actually favourite to replace Rosa at Mönchengladbach.
yeah.
Because it was rumoured that Xabi Alonso was supposed to take over at Mönchengladbach, but there's also news that he has extended his contract with Real Sociedad for a year, which I find quite weird.
Yeah, you'd
So,
have thought you took the actual manager's job.
well, it would be early for Xabi Alonso to jump into a managerial career like at Mönchengladbach, who will be hoping to get back into European football. Whether it's
Yeah,
realistic, I don't know, but it'd be a big challenge for Xabi Alonso to come in and do that as his first managerial job. I don't know who currently is the favourite to take over, but
no.
maybe young boys manager Siona, as I mentioned before. Still remains to be seen. I look forward to see the whole merry-go-round, and let's not forget as well, there's also the Germany national manager job coming up. So that
Oh,
could cause
yeah.
that could cause a bigger domino effect, I guess.
Yeah, well,
So everyone knows who watches these that I've been saying for ages, even before Lowe decided to step down. I said Lowe will step down this summer. I did think that would happen, and I thought that Flick would be his replacement. I'm quite certain he will. But even if Bayern Munich have ruled it out over the last few weeks, they've said that Flick is staying until 2022 minimum. I still think that Flick will take over this summer when Joachim Löw steps down, and then they might go in for Nagelsmann. You can save this video. You can do whatever you want. I'm quite confident that's what will happen. Nagelsmann will take over at Bayern Munich.
it would be quite a logical way to go.
Does Nagelsmann? I mean, Nagelsmann isn't a Bayern Munich fan, if I'm not wrong. I think there were rumors that came out that he is a Bayern Munich fan, so it makes sense for him as well.
Yeah, it does.
And plus, get a chance to win some trophies as he probably deserves, being the manager that he is. Yep.
He's done well to get Leipzig up where they are, just 4 points behind Munich. So,
He's challenging Munich, and they're currently 4 points behind, and tonight we will be watching Bayern Munich versus Leipzig, and also later on Jamie will stay on with others to watch Arsenal versus Liverpool in that big match, just to plug in our watch-alongs later. And if Leipzig do win, then they'll be 1 point behind Bayern Munich, which could make the title race very, very interesting. I think it's going to be difficult for Leipzig, but even just to be in contention for the title, how good a job has Nagelsmann done against what is deemed one of the best sides in Europe over the past year and a half? And Nagelsmann's going toe-to-toe with them with, let's be honest, a very low budget, having lost Werner, and then his other striker that he had, Schick, he lost as well because he was on loan, and then Schick has gone to Leverkusen consequentially. So with Sorloth as their main striker, or Poulsen, and they're right behind Bayern Munich, I think it's unreal what a job he's done there. and he doesn't get enough credit. Even if people talk about him and tout him as one of the best managers in Europe, I don't think he gets enough credit for it.
Yeah, think about his age as well. Like,
Yeah, and he's what, 33?
yeah.
It's madness. Yeah. So I'm just looking at a few of the bit more obscure stats, like the amount of dribbles attempted, and Younes is currently on top, having completed 4 out of 5 attempted dribbles. Marco Reus has attempted 4 and none were successful, which says a lot about his game today. And Bellingham with the most interceptions alongside Hummels with 3. But he's also the player that's been dribbled past the most as well, so... And the player who's completed the most passes, Schultz and Delaney with 30 each. There we go. Just for the bit more obscure stats that I myself do like. And big chances created. There's Cham with 1, Guerrero with 1, and Hazard with 1. So non-real big chances created for Frankfurt. I guess that makes sense. So, yeah. And are you currently watching Leeds Sheffield United, or?
I've got it on behind me.
What do you think of Leeds? What is your opinion on the? Do you like watching them play? Do you think they're actually that good a team? Where do they go with Bielsa next season? Because we know every season that Bielsa signs 1-year contract. So, do they build around Bielsa? Do they progress? Do they try pushing for European spots next season? What happens? Oh, and that was a terrible tackle I just saw then on Patrick Bamford.
Yeah, I think they need to do whatever they can to keep Bielsa.
So Bielsa's the man to take him forward, but do they push for European spots next season, or do they stay around this mid-table position? Oh, yeah, it was a terrible tackle from Baldock. That was a terrible tackle. Really dangerous.
That is bad.
That should be a red card, in my opinion, that tackle from Baldock. And Ramsdale does well to get a little save in there.
Are they even review it now?
I think they should.
I think they'll probably hang around mid-table for a couple of seasons and then start pushing for those European spots. I think is
Bielsa the man to do so? Is Bielsa the man to get them to that European spot?
I think he can be. I do love the way they play. It's like a lot different to what you normally see.
Oh, it's really fun to watch when they attack with this 3-3-3-1 formation. It's just mad. It's really fun to watch, but it's dangerous as well. So I think he should be criticised. Oh yeah, the tackle on Roberts from Baldock, that's got to be a red card in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's dangerous. That's just awful. So come back out on the pitch now.
Well, I do like how Bielsa's got his translator, because I watched Leeds West Brom live, and he was like talking perfect English on like the side. Like,
yeah, he doesn't seem confident in talking to the media in English, but he does understand it. Even when his translator translates something sometimes, and it's not exactly what he wants to translate. He's like, no. I want to say this. I'm like, okay, he gets it. And some people criticize him. Some people criticize him for it, but I think if he speaks English to his players, that's fine. If he doesn't want to speak English to the media, then I think that's fine as well. Let him do what he wants. Pochettino could speak English. Pochettino didn't speak English at first to the media, and he just doesn't feel comfortable. He speaks French, and he doesn't speak French to the media right now. He still has a translator, but he can speak French. He's played for Paris before, but he's just not comfortable speaking in that language in front of the media, which I think is fair. So second half looks like it's going to get underway here. And waiting for Haaland to kick it off. Referee looking at the time, despite them being 5 minutes late. There we go. Now we're off. And any changes to the team? It doesn't look to be the case.
And Eunice has come off.
So the injury from before. So Eunice has come off for Kamada, who actually has scored 2 goals for Japan in the international break in those 2 matches. One where Japan beat South Korea 3-0, and one where Japan beat Mongolia 14-0. That's a World Cup qualifier as well. That's got to be demoralising.
Yeah.
14-0. So I think that's put their goal difference in steady hands. They've scored 27 goals, Japan, in 5 games, and they've conceded none. It's fair to say they might qualify.
Yeah.
So Kamada's come on for Eunice. It's a shame. I think I like Eunice. I think he's an intricate player. What's use? And it looks like Sal's going to run at Dortmund defence. Yeah, Chan just closed down Kostic this time, which he should have been doing the whole first half.
He's probably had a talent off.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure why they thought Chan at right back would be the right solution.
No.
I think it's almost like ooh, did Royce fall over awkwardly there? No, okay, it's a weird replay. But I don't get Chan at right back. I'm never a big fan of it. And I mean, Mounier is available, isn't he? Why isn't he playing?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
He's not the greatest defender, but I certainly think he's better than Chan. And Durham looks to break, go 1-on-1 against Schultz. Can he take the shot on? Oh, it looks like he gets the ball to Kamada. It's dragged wide. He could have got a penalty for that. He could have got a penalty. The referee's saying that he dived. But Schultz does stick out a leg. Oh, Hummels. No, it's a foul. It's a foul. It's just that the advantage is played. I think that's clear from Hummels that he trips him up. He sticks out a leg and holding his arms back like as if, no, I didn't touch him. Well, you took your chances. Dortmund clear it now. I'm still extremely frustrated with Royce's role in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, is he playing as a second striker and then he's going out wide when he's not needed? Schultz in the box now, drags the cross back. And the deflected shot from... who was it there? I can't see properly. From Hazard. And Bellingham's in the box now. He's offside.
Yeah, I never liked Royce out wide anymore. I prefer him in the middle.
He's not got the pace anymore. But then when he's in the middle, he's got to be there in the middle and not drift out wide, which is what he's doing during this match. He's just drifting out wide and then not offering that width at the same time. Hits on the ball. Gives it to Chan. Bellingham to Chan. Now Royce almost loses it cheaply. And Haaland's got no support again. Royce tries running in behind Haaland, but Haaland needs someone dropping off to take that ball from him. So to me it's obvious, and I've said this since the first half. Reina on, Royce off. Or if you really want to keep Royce on, which I don't see why, then you take Schultz off, because I think Schultz is having an extremely shaky game, not just because of the own goal, and put Guerrero back there and bring on Reina. At least I just want to see Reina.
Yeah, you definitely got to bring Reina on now.
Well, he's not been that as effective as he was in the first part of the period. The the beginning of the season, he was a lot more effective on the just in getting goals and assists, and it kind of dried up recently. But I still think he's one of their better players. He's still only 18.
Yeah.
And he's a part of an exciting USA team. So he got the goal against Northern Ireland in the friendly in their last match. And Tim Ream got the assist.
Oh, Tim.
I keep saying it's hilarious that they've got such a good young team, the United States, and then yet they still play with Tim Ream as their centre back. It just seems counterintuitive.
Where is he still at Bolton?
He's at Fulham. He's at Fulham. He's been at Fulham for a while, yeah, since 2015. But he doesn't really play that much. When you think of the American team, they've got Dest at right back. They've got I like Anthony Robinson from Fulham.
Yeah.
And you've got Pulisic, you've got Hoppe, you've got Sargent. It's a great list of players, or a great list of young players. Royce on the ball, back to Bellingham. This pass just really was to no one, and Frankfurt intercept it. It's Roda on the ball. Ndikia under no pressure and boots it upfield. I see Jovic does well there. He lets Nkanji take the ball and just lets it drop for him. Now Frankfurt, they can run it. Dortmund's back line. Can he take a shot on? Ooh, just wide. Ooh, wide from Kostic. I like what he's doing today, Kostic. There he drifted into the middle and decided to take on the chance himself. Wasn't far.
That was close.
And Frankfurt applying the pressure high up. But Schultz does well to get away from it. Now Bellingham. I think Bellingham's starting to struggle a bit in this game. Kamada. And that was a very poor pass from, I think it was Rode. Yeah, a few very sloppy passes now in the second half. The quality is getting lower. And Hans flicks it back, but it's just intercepted by Tuta.
Frankfurt getting a couple.
They're getting into decent positions, but their final ball is just lacking every single time. And the same could be said for Dortmund. When Bellingham's got into those positions in the final third, his passing has just been a bit off. Is this a sign of fatigue? This is a typical game of fatigue. Please no other goals, says Zaman. You got to bet on Zaman. Is that what's happening? And so yeah, it took us a while to get some comments. Today, but Zaman saying please no other goals. I'm guessing that you've either bet a draw or you bet that it's under 3 goals. And Schultz is on the ball deep into Frankfurt's half. Now it's Royce. Schultz out wide. You want to get the cross in. Goes out for a corner. Off-road his head.
The Hood coming on.
Who's coming on?
Looks like it's the Hood.
Yeah, I don't get Dahoud. I'm always frustrated by Dahoud. At least one thing with Dahoud is when he's playing it, you can bet that he's going to get a yellow card because he just loves to throw himself in. Actually, he's only got 2 this season, which is quite shocking because if you look at the list, it doesn't look good. And the ball comes in. No one's in the box there. Why is no one going for that corner, that cross from the corner? Bellingham does well to intercept. And if one thing you can't criticise Bellingham, he's always active and on his, not on his heels, as they say. He's always waiting for that bad ball to be played. And as I mentioned before, he's got the most amount of interceptions during this whole game.
Yeah.
It just changes the rhythm of the game there. And it's Bellingham coming off, which I get. I'd like to know his passing completion rate in the second half because I think it's been pretty bad. So Dahoud's coming on.
Yeah, the second half he struggled a bit.
Is Dahoud good enough for this Dortmund team? Because I'd question if he is. And he's actually a senior player, even though he's 25, he's still senior given how young this Dortmund team is. And Haaland on the ball, gives it to Hazard. Oh, Hazard just lets it run. He should be taking that first time. Yeah, he has to take that. He has to take the ball and then shoot.
Such a good position.
Oh, it's a great position, and Haaland as well to keep the ball. And Silva turns around, keeps the ball really well. That's one thing Silva does so well, his hold-up play is exceptional. And he gets to Jovic. Can Jovic turn and shoot? No. Gives it back to Durm, to Rode. Now it's Sau. Now it's Kostic. And the ball comes in. Oh, Kamada just misses it. Or touches it ever so slightly with the tip of his foot. It's because Jovic was trying to shoot as well. Unfortunate that for Frankfurt. Now shoots on the ball. Dahoud. Shoots, losing it. Not a great ball to Royce. Or to Hazard, sorry. I thought Dahoud fouled Kostic there. Now it's Chan.
Straight away.
Get that yellow card straight away. Hazard walking on the flank. Gets it back to Royce. To Chan. And can Chan get the ball in? No. And I think one thing that's really unfortunate is Haaland's body language is not as enthusiastic as it usually is.
No.
That's a worrying one. I know he's a bit unhappy with the situation at Dortmund, but you don't want it to affect his game. Ooh, and Royce's cross or shot.
I don't know.
It was either one. Well dealt with by Frankfurt in the end. No real danger from Dortmund. And it's Hazard with the cross. You see, that's where Haaland would get on the penalty spot and move around and get that header in, and he's not. He's doing okay in dropping back and being that and trying to link up play to the attackers, but he's not there in the box moving around as lively as he usually is. Oh, and Sheffield United have got a goal. They've got a goal, and I'm pretty shocked there. I didn't really see that coming. And Guerrero doing well there. And Ayling just keeps him on side so easily. How are Leeds defending there? Why is Ayling going behind the goalkeeper there? I don't know if you see the goal. What's he doing? What is he doing? Why is he going there? What the hell is that all about? Because Osborne could have been offside, but he's not. So Royce on the ball now. Just needs to release it, and Frankfurt don't look like they're going to get a goal at this rate. I guess a draw is not a bad result for Frankfurt.
I'd be very happy with that.
And Chan doing well to drill past Kamada there, but Dortmund can't get the shot away. And Schultz, can he get the shot away now? Gets it to Guerrero and right at the goalkeeper, right at trap. Yeah, he should be testing the goalkeeper more there. Schultz does well. Not really challenged though, which is a bit more worrying on Frankfurt's side. Haaland looks visibly annoyed. And now Rode just giving it away. Poor pass. And Hazard looked like he was fouled there. Okay. Apparently not. Now Dikia out for a throw. I actually haven't updated the lineup with the who's coming on for Bellingham. Yep, and not much happening right now except for Dikia putting out for multiple throw-ins. Dude on the ball. Getting it back to Hummels. And Frankfurt's high press is also slowed down a bit as well. Kanji to Chan. With Delaney. Put under pressure by Rode. And I think Dortmund just need to get it away. There we go. Hits. Haaland looked like he was held onto there by Ndikia, and he's got the foul. Ndikia looking like he's struggling in the past few minutes. Yeah, so a bit more dominant from Dortmund in the second half, and now it's Kauf coming on for Hazard.
Royce coming on.
It looks like it's Hazard coming off. Knauf, sorry, is coming on, and I have to say I have no real idea who this Knauf is. He's played 11 minutes for Dortmund in the league, and that was against Cologne. And I didn't watch the match. So.
Yeah.
So 19-year-old German. Well, let's see. Let's see if he really has an impact on the game.
Yeah, this will be the first time I've seen him.
And it's unfortunate they couldn't bring Mukoko on. And Schultz gets the shot. Routine for trap. Because Mukoko, who was too young to start the season for Dortmund, when he turned 16, suddenly into their squad. But he was signed up as a player before he even turned 16, because you have to be 16 to play, at least in the Bundesliga. You're not allowed to play when you're 15.
Yeah.
And so he was signed up into their squad, and they waited till about October when his birthday, November. His birthday was in November. Until he did turn 16 to be able to play him. If that ain't pressure, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
And it looks like Rode has got a knee injury now. Rode. He's gonna walk it off, despite limping. But yeah, it's unfortunate to not see Mukoko. Even Haaland said himself that Mukoko is a better striker than he is, which is some praise, especially from a guy who's arrogant enough to like Haaland. But got 3 goals in the Bundesliga this season with 14 appearances. So I think they're ready for the Haaland departure. This Mukoko kid is supposed to be better than Haaland. Let's see.
It's really like getting the big pressure on him.
Yeah, that's some pressure, isn't it? And Knauf just committing a foul on Kostic there. Not a very reassuring entrance to the game there. So who else could Dortmund ideally bring on?
I'm surprised they haven't got Reino on.
Is what?
I'm surprised they haven't got Reino on yet.
Well, Rainer or Rainier, or either someone who could add a bit more going forward, or even Brandt. Oh, and it's goal.
Is that offside?
Ilsank has just got a goal. I think it's 2-1. It's going to be given, isn't it? It doesn't look.
Seen it. When I first saw it, I thought it was offside. But
It looks slightly offside. Yeah, Ilsank looks offside. His shoulder looks offside. what is Hummels doing?
Yeah.
You jump for the ball, you've got to get it, and you've got to be able to judge the flight of the ball, and he doesn't do so well enough there. So, second assist from Kostic.
Let's get him review.
Yeah, I think... So, Ilsanker, the Austrian international, getting a goal there. It is under review currently. I've put the 2-1 up, but it's under review. So, gonna wait for it to be either confirmed or denied. I think that's offside.
Yeah, when I first saw it, it was. They've not shown a proper replay yet.
No, and they don't show how they review it either. Not like in England where we see them draw the lines out.
Yeah.
But that's offside. His shoulder's offside. His foot's offside. He's all offside. I think they've got away with one. But what a cross that is! That's a nicely dipped cross, isn't it? And it's so perfectly done that Matt Hummels just can't even get to it. He completely misjudges it. But unfortunately for Kostic, he hasn't got a second assist of the match. Now Royce gives it to Delaney. He's got space to run into here. Or Dahoud. Can he get the goal? Oh! Very well intercepted there from was it Ilsanker there? That was a good chance for Dortmund to get a real clear-cut chance. But Dahoud just wastes it. This is what I'm saying when Dahoud, he's not good enough. His decision making was poor there.
Yeah.
Either you give the ball away, you give the ball to Royce with more conviction, or you take a shot on. But Dortmund let off the hook there. Frankfurt haven't really had many chances in the second half. That was actually, the stats say they've had 0 shots on target because that shot on target was offside, so it's not counted in those stats.
Yeah.
So technically 0 shots off target on target this second half. Now it's Chan. Slides it over into Knauf. Ooh, and Knauf does really well to get his foot round in Dikia's body there. But it's Frankfurt's ball. Jovic managing to keep it well. Now it's to Roder. He's got space to run into. Gets into Dortmund's half. Now it's Jovic again. Can he get the right pass? He does. Amada's on the outside of the box. Silva. And Hummels throws himself in. Gets the ball but throws himself in there. Royce clears it. And Haaland's going to run. Is he going to make the most of this though? Oh, and the shot's a good one. Good save from Trapp. That's where Ilsanker, he has to know that Haaland can score with his right foot, granted. But don't give him the chance to do so.
No.
Oh, it's not a save from Trapp in the end. He scuffs the ball and it bounces up and it's a goal kick. There's one thing you don't let Haaland do, it's shoot on his left foot. You just don't. So, coming up to the 70-minute mark and it's 1-1 between each side now, and I guess Zaman Valiaz, will be happy with that because he said no more goals. And Hummels managed to deal with Silva. What did you say there, Stu?
But he's not been as clinical as he usually is in Haaland.
I think his body language has been concerning. He looks visibly unhappy to be there. And I understand as well, in the first half he was trying to make all the chances by dropping back as that striker, and Royce, Guerrero and Hazard really offered nothing going forward.
Yeah.
And Chan's shot just goes way over the bar there. So in the other Bundesliga matches, Bayer Leverkusen have just gone 2-0 up against Schalke, and as I was mentioning Schick before, he gets the goal. Comes on and then within 5 minutes gets the goal against Schalke. Mainz winning 1-0 against Arminia Bielefeld, Brzezinski getting a goal from the penalty. And Wolfsburg are 1-0 ahead with Brekalo getting a goal in the 69th minute. And so Guerrero's cross comes in. Oh, and Akanji can't get the ball out into his feet to get the shot away, and Dortmund get another corner. But it was a pretty poor corner this time. It's just that Chang came towards that near post and let the ball run. Guerrero getting another cross in there. Akanji again, not really getting his feet sorted out. And Dahoud with Guerrero out on that flank. Can he get the cross in? He does, but it's right over to the other side to Royce. And Chang far out, just over the bar. Well, just over the bar, quite a way over the bar. That shot. I think Chang should stop trying to shoot because none of these shots have been any good.
He seems to do that wherever he goes. He just
Wild shots, yeah.
one in like 200 go in.
I'm not even sure that many go in.
Yeah.
Silver on the ball. Can he run at the defence? He's gonna. And Dahoud, or Delaney, sorry, looked like he tripped him over. Would have been soft. Frankfurt are tired. That's quite clear.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to let go of the match a bit near the end. That's something they do quite often, but they look particularly tired here. And if I were to put money on one of them to win, I'd put it on Dortmund. It just takes a hell and half chance, and the game is Dortmund's to lose, if they get that chance, of course. And Amada gets it across to Kostic. Oh, and he's got so much space on the edge of the box there. Can he get the cross in? And Silva, goes just over the bar. That was a good shot, actually.
Usually like berries then.
I was excited about that one. That was well played from Amada to get it cross field, and then Kostic getting another chance for Silva. And it's Chan on the ball again. He's just walking with the ball. Oh, poor pass to Dahoud, just giving it away cheaply, and Kostic is going to run at Chan again. I think, to me, it's abundantly clear that Chan should come off.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know how he stayed on so long.
So it's Durham who looks like he's coming off now. And the fact that he's walking says a lot, that Frankfurt are very willing to waste time here. A draw is a good result for them. So it's Chandler coming on. USA player, but not one of the younger ones, a bit older. And he scored in Frankfurt's last match against Union Berlin. So Royce on the ball, trying to get forward with it. I'm trying to just... what minute was that? 74th. I just missed something there. Okay, now. Sal on the ball. To Jovic. Jovic is acting as that second number 10 next to Amada now, which I kind of like. Do you think that he should go back to Real Madrid and try pushing for a starting position there in that squad? Ooh, and Amada gets a shot. Wait, now it's way over. Do you think what do you think he should do?
Competition.
He's got too much competition, you mean, at Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what's unfortunate. I don't think he's good enough to be a Real Madrid striker. I'll say that now.
Yeah.
Chris Nagpal saying, "Hey guys, can you catch me up? Is Haaland playing well in this game?" He's... I wouldn't say playing extremely well, no. He had 2 clear chances in the first half. He put one wide with his right foot, and then the other one trap is just quick onto him, so he couldn't really get the shot away. I mentioned this before, but I'm disappointed in Haaland's movement in this game. He's not wiggling around in the box trying to get on the end of loose balls, and Dortmund have had a few of those crosses come in, but he's not getting himself in those positions to make the difference to get on the end of those balls. So I'd say disappointing from Haaland this match. He's not been too bad either. He's not been disastrous, but he's looked like he could be the only focal point for Dortmund during this match, but he's not played particularly well now. No. What do you think of Haaland's game today?
Something doesn't seem right with him. It was like we've been saying about his attitude. He doesn't seem to have that energy he normally has.
No, and he actually, his finishing's been really poor in the second half. I'm actually thinking of a chance now where he got past Ilsanker onto his left foot, and then he took a shot and it bounced up. It was really badly taken. So all 3 of his shots that he's had today are really, really badly taken, and that's not Haaland-like, is it?
Yeah, I think we're used to him being so clinical. It's like unusual to see him this.
Is he unhappy there? Because
yeah,
I think it already started off quite badly that Frankfurt got a goal earlier on, or got the first goal in 11 minutes, and must have been thinking to himself, maybe here we go again, we're never getting top 4 at this rate. And Dortmund have come out recently saying that Haaland isn't going this summer no matter where they finish. So imagine if you're Haaland listening to that and you want Champions League football.
yeah,
It might be an attitude problem today, and I think we're hyperinflating the situation. He's just not having a great game, that's all.
yeah.
If we look at it realistically, none of the Dortmund players are having a good game particularly. I think the only one who's actually brought a decent amount of impetus going forward is Schultz, and he's the left back.
Yeah.
Chan if I were a Dortmund fan, I'd be angry just seeing Chan on the pitch still. And a shot from Guerrero, way wide and over. He was just stood still. He was never going to get the precision on that shot or the power, and in the end he didn't get any, and it just went way over.
Yeah, as a Liverpool fan, I was so happy when Shan left.
I think everyone's usually happy when Chan leaves a club. It sounds
Yeah.
harsh to say. I mean, he left Leverkusen. That actually, I think they were a bit upset. Oh, and De Hood looking to get it into Knauf. Oh, and you see that? Is that technically a shot that from Knauf there?
Yeah, I
It
don't
looks
know
like he's
what
trying to
you
get a
call
pass through, but it's not really a shot, is it?
No.
Hello, is Stu in witness protection, says Connor Porter.
Oh.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Connor, but... And it's Ndickia coming forward. Kostic again. And we know, I think, I'd love to see who's created the most chances, because I think it would be Kostic in this game. It's just Dortmund allowing him to cross the ball and as he pleases. And, well, the first goal for Frankfurt came from a Kostic cross. Yeah, and Kamada now in the box in a decent position, and Sal puts it way over. Wow, this game has lacked quite a lot of quality, hasn't it? The shots have been really bad. So attempted shots from Dortmund 12, 4 on target. Attempted shots from Frankfurt 7, 2 on target.
Yeah.
And I think a few of these could have been on target at least. A few of these shots.
Yeah, definitely.
Ah, he's coming on Reina, and Rainier as well.
I'm surprised.
So Royce is off.
Introducing.
Royce is off. That's kind of what we wanted to see, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way, but he should have been.
Yeah,
And
but
Royce is kicking the grass.
chances.
See his reaction now, where he's kicking the grass.
He's not happy.
No, he's not, and I think he shouldn't be happy with his performance.
No,
I think it'd be Hummels who's captain now, wouldn't it?
yeah, it will be. A goal in the lead game.
and just get back onto the match. Ah, it's Delaney wearing the armband. Okay, I was wrong there. Oh well. Excuse me. Now it's Sal on the ball. He's got Akers to run into. Back out to Kostic. And yet again, Chan just letting him. And, Jovic just gets above Hummels there. Fortunate it goes wide for him. Unlucky there. Now Kostic. No, it's not Kostic. I've lost the lineup. Yeah. Oh well. Just having a bit of a technical problem. There we go. Back on the match. Now it's Ryanier. Is that how you pronounce it? I've never tried pronouncing his name. Ryanier. I'm gonna say that. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong because he's sitting in the dark. Okay. If me, Harry, and Lewis were on a desert island with Stu and you had to kill one of us for food, would he miss Ferber? Would he miss Ferber? Don't know if you get what that means, Stu, there. Where do you see Luka Jovic after this summer's transfer window? Frankfurt, Real Madrid, or another club? We mentioned it briefly, but we just basically said that I said that I don't see him at Real Madrid. I don't see it being feasible. If Frankfurt can make it permanent, I think it'd be a good thing for them if they do make it permanent. Imagine them in the Champions League with Jovic and Silva, keeping that pair up front. I know Jovic has not been exactly that good in the goal scoring stats, but I still think he's a fantastic player, bringing the game forward. And Silva can only prosper with someone like him next to him. Do you think Andre Silva stays with Frankfurt as well? I think so. I think he does. He's 25. I think he's 26 soon. And he's got them into the Champions League. I don't know why he wouldn't want to make the most of that. Because where does Silva go? Who buys Silva? That's the thing. If someone were to buy Silva, who do you think would? The only team in Europe that I think could imagine buying Silva, firstly because they'd probably need a striker, and they need to be in the Champions League for Silva to want to go there. I only see one club buying Silva, and that's AC Milan. And yet it didn't work out from there, so why would he go back? I think Silva stays. I think Silva does stay.
Yeah, I can't see he would like Kevin Quinn would be like a step up from Frankfurt.
Yeah, I don't see why. Yeah. If he's in the Champions League with Frankfurt, if Frankfurt don't get in the Champions League, it's a completely different discussion. Because when you score 21 goals in the season, you will be touted out by Champions League clubs. And he's still 25 this summer. So it's now or never. It's a conversation we have quite often, isn't it, with the LTS team. It's like with Kane, for instance, it's now or never. The same could be applied to Silva. He's going to be 26 at the end of the year. So if Frankfurt aren't in the Champions League, then yes, he might move on. But I see Frankfurt getting in the Champions League, and I see him staying for that. If not, does he go to AC Milan to fill in Zlatan's boots? Maybe.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out from last time. Now Chan with Reina. Oh, just lose the ball. Couldn't get out of his feet. It's going to be a throw for Dortmund. Deep into Frankfurt's half. Chan to Knauf, back to Chan. Can he get the cross in, or is he going to go for one of those shots? It's Dahoud. He does well. Right, it's Guerrero, Haaland, and Haaland loses it. But Dahoud's got it back in the edge of the box. With Knauf. Haaland gets up, and the header is way over. Way over. Yes, and he's disappointed with himself there. Rightly so. Now it's Ndickia. Kostic on the ball. And I don't know what Roda was doing there, but he almost swung out at the Dortmund player, but taking the ball at the same time. Haaland on the ball. To De Hood. De Hood turns himself into danger there. Jamie Burgoyne saying, is it now or never for Dejan Lovren? Oh, it's never for Lovren. And Jovic gets into the good space. Hummels gets the tackle in, and Silva gets the goal. That's a good goal. Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming, I have to say. And Frankfurt go ahead, so it kind of backs my theory before that Silva stays because Frankfurt get into Europe. So they give it away cheaply, Dortmund, and then there's no one really back to defend.
Yeah, he gets past far too easy there.
Yeah, Jovic gets past Akanji too easy. Hummels gets the tackle in, so I mean you can't blame him too much. And then Kostic back on the ball, but no one's marking Silva. That's terrible defending again, and Hitz will be disappointed to be beaten at his near post like that.
Yeah.
But another assist from Kostic, and Silva gets the goal this time, so instead of Schultz. But Akanji needs to be stronger, he needs to get ahead of the ball, and Jovic gets past too easily. And it's always that same thing, where's the right back? Where is he? Where is
Like what we're saying, it's too many needless goals conceded.
Yeah, and it's just a terrible goal to concede. What's happened now? What's happening? And Barkok has come on. So Roda's come off, and Roda's actually had a bit of a difficult game. So Barkok, who's midfielder, Moroccan international. Ooh, and Reyna's cross is blocked by Ilsanka there. And Haaland looks, I'll say it now, pissed off.
Yeah.
Looks very, very pissed off. Not a good result for Dortmund entering Champions League week. Terrible result for Dortmund. It's against a rival, and they look like they're going to lose again. And Hummels' header just goes wide from that corner. And it's finally a corner that's gone into the box rather than just going to the gone near the penalty spot rather than going to the first post and getting intercepted. And it's Zuber who's coming on now. So I think Frankfurt are trying to cleverly use their substitutions one by one.
Yeah.
So Connor saying, what's gone wrong for Dortmund today? Is it easy to say that they've got too many players out? I mean, for instance, Witzel's been injured for a long time. Zagadou was slowly getting back into it, so yeah. Schmetzler's been injured for a long time. And it's basically Moukoko and Sancho, but Moukoko doesn't feature that much. I think the squad probably isn't good enough. And I'm not sure what Terzic was doing today. Even if Bellingham didn't have a good start to the second half, I think he should have stayed on. He adds that impetus in midfield that Dortmund don't have a lot of. But there, as again mentioned, it's Champions League week coming up, so they have to preserve a bit of energy, and Haaland's playing the whole 90 minutes. So Connor saying, do you think Haaland and Sancho would be the only two players to leave Dortmund this summer, Champions League football or not? As we mentioned, I think Hummels will be gone. If they can find a replacement, I think Hummels will be gone. I think Royce stays a bit longer. And maybe they try getting others out the door like Brandt. I know not a lot of people are big fans of Brandt in Dortmund. He's another frustrating player. So I don't know whether they try getting him out the door while he's still a reasonable age to get a decent fee from him. I don't know. Oh, and Kostic, it goes wide. It just goes wide there. That's a really good chance. Just looked away for a minute, and Jovic again, really, as I mentioned in that 10 roll, that he just steps back a bit and really effective. And I know that Jovic hasn't got an assist or a goal today, but I think he's been Frankfurt's best player. He's caused so many problems for Dortmund. And this is why we shouldn't be too misled by the amount of goals that he's got this season so far. He adds so much more to their game. No, I don't know if Julian Brandt leaves as well to come back to the point that Connor was making. I think he might do, just so they can get some money in to buy players. Because they don't want to let Haaland go. So Bayer Leverkusen have beaten Schalke 2-1. Okay, and Huntelaar getting the goal. Huntelaar getting his first goal for Schalke again. Owen Haaland's in the box. Can he get the shot away? Well defended by Tuta there. Tuta, you can say. And I think if you can lip read English, if Haaland speaks English, then I think he said, "F in hell, this BS." So, looks like it. Connor saying Ramsdale is injured. Yeah, just saw. He's made some good saves today from what I've seen. 4 minutes of added time then for this game in Dortmund. And Dortmund, it's not even a case of it's another lost game. It's just giving Frankfurt that margin. Because if Frankfurt win, they're 7 points clear of Dortmund. And there's no game in hand there. I think we're slowly just solidifying that top 4 in the Bundesliga. I thought this game would end 2-2, so let's get another goal so it can end 2-2.
That crossed the line.
Ooh, let's see then.
I think he just saved it.
Yeah, I think he saved it there. That's why you have players on the post.
Yeah.
And it's not been given. It's already a foul given against Haaland. It looks like Haaland looks like he climbs over. I don't know. Yeah, So's on the line and deals with it comfortably. But I don't know what the foul was given for.
No.
So, free kick from Trapp to be taken. Guerrera's on the ball. Gets it forward. Haaland looks to take the ball. Oh, he should have taken it first time. He let it roll and Ilsanker gets back really well.
I think Ilsanker's had a real good game.
He actually has, yeah. And if he'd got the goal, then he would have been man of the match, wouldn't he, in all fairness? He's been solid in that position. Haaland's been quiet. He's got a couple of chances, but he's kept Haaland quiet, yeah. I think Frankfurt's game plan has worked perfectly. They've frustrated Dortmund. They've got the kind of goal they wanted. You know, not exactly counter-attacking, but fast transitioning. That's it's caught Dortmund off guard. And can Alpha get the cross in? Does Kanji's shot is blocked. And we're coming up to 15 seconds of we're coming up to the 4th minute. Header there. Can Reina get the shot down? He doesn't, and Trapp holds on to it and goes to ground just for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Jamie Burgoyne saying TNS. I need some help there, Jamie.
I've not heard of a TNS.
Not sure what he's talking about, but cool.
I don't know.
I thought you might have known of it. Might have been a reference. So all the 2:30 kickoff games in Germany today, every team has scored bar Cologne. So for those having those both teams score bets, there we go. And Dortmund are caught offside. We've gone 30 seconds over the amount of time that was supposed to be added on. And has he blown a whistle there? Or is he... No, he has not. Knauf gets it away, but poor clearance. And Frankfurt look to win the ball back again if they can. Hitz's clearance is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And the game's over. It's full time. So expected goals 1.8 for Dortmund and 1.4 for Frankfurt. So, and you can see just on Trapp's face how much that meant to them. And that means that now Frankfurt are well and safely in 4th spot. Not confirmed yet, of course, but 7 points ahead. With a 34-game season, another 7 games to go, 7 points is... It's going to be hard for Dortmund to make up for that. Especially Dortmund have the Champions League, Man City to play. They have Stuttgart, which was clearly a difficult game for them in the reverse fixture where Lucien Favre eventually lost his job. They've still got Wolfsburg to play. They've got Union Berlin, who are fighting for fourth place as well. They've got Leipzig coming up as well, and they've got Leverkusen, who are also fighting for that fourth spot. So Dortmund are looking in deep trouble for that fourth spot, whereas Frankfurt, great win. What were your thoughts on that game, Stu?
I think you could tell from Dortmund's depth they haven't got enough. It's like with the injuries, there's certain players I don't think are good enough at their level they should be playing at. Frankfurt, I think when we said they like nailed their game plan perfectly and got the result they needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Dortmund have got they got to do something with their defense, and then there's no attacking. I think with like Sancho, right? I don't know. They just didn't have any creativity at all up there.
No, and I thought if you don't have creativity, then at least try bringing that in a different position, like from the right back, from Chan, for instance. Or you put Munir on. Munir is one hell of an attacking right back, but they decided not to put him on, and I think he defends better than Chan. Yet that's where they kept getting caught out. It was Kostic, who kept getting those crosses in, exploiting that right back area, and that's where Frankfurt got their goals. I think Terzic got that one wrong, and then Berkey's on the bench, and he's been on the bench for a while now. He's apparently been fit. I don't know why Berkey isn't playing. I'm not impressed with Berkey, but definitely better than Hitz. And I think that second goal, Hitz can do better. If the ball's coming into the box that close to the goal, you've got to try and stake your claim or not get beaten at your near post. He does neither. And as you mentioned, the depth. There's no depth anymore in that Dortmund squad. They've got to play Man City in midweek. I assume that's why Bellingham came off. I assume that's why Hazard came off. I assume that's why Royce came off. And I assume that's why Brandt didn't play whatsoever in that match. I don't know where Dortmund go from here, because 7 points, I don't see them catching up, especially as I mentioned with the matches coming up. Stuttgart's going to be difficult. They struggle against Stuttgart. They've got Leipzig still, got Leverkusen, they've still got Wolfsburg. I mean, it could be an advantage that they can take points off their rivals, but as we see, they don't fare well in these games against the top teams. So I think, big trouble for Dortmund. And if Haaland's also showing discontent like he has in this match, he definitely was not happy with what was going on, and his body language was not reassuring. Dortmund could be in deep trouble and have to sell Haaland. As we know, Haaland recently has been in Spain talking to Mina Raiola has been in Spain talking to Barcelona and Real Madrid. What can we take from that? I don't know. Anyone's guess. Bad result for Dortmund, especially at home. Bad result. So none of us were right. I said a draw. You said Dortmund win, and
3-1 the wrong way, right?
It's 3-1 for Frankfurt, and I think big trouble for Dortmund. Big trouble. So that's not really much to say. A bit of a downer there. But as always, then, I mean, thank you for joining me, Stu, and I guess I'll see you soon then. And all of you, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing, thank you for interacting, and don't forget that later on we have got 2 matches coming up with Jamie, myself, and some others, with Leipzig against Bayern Munich in that big match, and then later on be joined by others, I'm not even too sure who, for Liverpool versus Arsenal, the big game in England. So don't miss that. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all lot. Thank you, Stu, and we'll